Okay, so it's time to talk about the circle.
Yes.
So I remember the moment. I remember everything like it happened yesterday. So we were in the car, and at this point, Miss Olive, she is feeling herself just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids out here, they recognize me from the YouTube for the top model stuff. She was just on WeTV. So da 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 da. Of course, you should be talking to me about reality TV. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. However, I'm talking to him, and I'm noticing, oh, this nigga know more shit than me. Like, this nigga been more places than, okay, let me shut up. And, I'm real cool. I was like, let me just be quiet and listen to him. So he's talking. He was like, yeah, I had got casted on The Circle, which at that time I had just got into watching. I had watched seasons 1 and season 2. And I was already feeling the inclination to like audition, but I was like really, really scared. And I've talked about these times before, but I had a dream about it. Somebody messaged me about it. Somebody randomly called me and was talking about it. And then now he was saying he actually got on the show. And I was telling him, I was like, I was thinking about it. And Deandre was like, oh no, you're going to audition for The Circle. This is the first day we're meeting, first night. We haven't even really gotten on the highway yet from my home, from downtown. No, like, we're still, like, first 2-3 minutes in conversation. He's like, oh, no, you're going to audition. You're perfect. What are you talking about? Do you want to chime in?
No, that was that. Because it was COVID. I remember I had did all the stuff to go on it, but once COVID came, they didn't want to do, that was season 3, actually. I was supposed to do season 3. And everything got mushed around. And so from there, they were just kind of like playing. Mm-hmm. And then that's when the Signal 23 stuff had came out. And they were like, yeah, baby, we're going to sit you down for a second. Circle.
Signal 23 stopped you from being on The Circle?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. So once they found out your contracts and your background and stuff, they asked, have you done any shows, yada, yada, yada. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to tell Netflix about fucking this. You know what I mean? So yeah, once they found out about it, they were like, yeah, no, have a seat. We're going to call you back and, not this round, but the next one. Because, they do 2 at a time. They were filming both seasons back to back. So yeah, from there, I was just like, ooh, but then between waiting for the next season, remember I told you, I was like, I didn't want to do The Circle because I was going to do Jet Set. And so I was putting all my eggs into the Jet Set basket. And that's why I was just cool on it.
Which... This happens after all of this, but the Jet Set then turned into what show that you got casted for that you didn't go for that became a hit this year?
I know. I'm so fucking mad about that.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah. What, Squid Games?
So Deandre, you guys, was casted on Netflix's The Squid Games. Like, they had bought his plane ticket. Yeah. He was set to go and compete in the Squid Games, and this motherfucker here.
Yeah. I'm still mad about that. When I see how big it was, I was like,
this motherfucker here, and you would have been perfect.
Yeah. But then I would have had to play the villain again because that's where they were trying to to be. Yeah, but I didn't want to.
That would have been the place to be it on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be a villain, be it there.
Yeah. I just didn't. It was so many things going on, and then at that time they had just because I had when I was gonna go film Squid Games, we were wrapping up. Chasing Dallas. And so remember, I had already quit Chasing Dallas, but then I was still teetering like, and we're gonna talk about it. But I was still teetering like, I don't want to let you down and not finish, my commitments to Chasing Dallas. But at the same time, it was just so much going on.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot going on. It really was. It honestly was a lot going on.
But I kick myself in the ass every time I turn on Netflix. I'm like, my face literally could have been right here.
Your face could have been right there.
My player profile is still up there.
On the show?
On the show, yeah. Well, website. When you go to the website, it has. I'll send it to you.
Oh, that's so cool. You send it to me.
Shit, I ain't on that TV, so it don't matter.
Okay, well, let's go back to 2021. Okay, so we're in the car, and Deandre is basically telling me I am going to audition for The Circle. So at this point, okay, I'm like, okay, God, it must be meant for me to audition for The Circle because you keep making the circle thing pop up everywhere I turn, and okay, I'm going to do it. And Deandre is talking to me. He like, yeah, because I know what they're looking for. I can, he basically telling me like step by step.
Producers,
I I've never told this side of the story. I'll never say. But Deandre was like, I know exactly what they looking for. This what you need to have in your video. This the point you need to hit on. Da 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 da. This what you need to do. I know the producer name you put down to say that referred you. Like, no nigga, you gonna get you gonna get on this show. You gonna get on this show. So I'm like, okay, we gonna get on the show. We gonna get on the show. We go to Nene's that night. We meet Nene, which was fun.
Jhonni Blaze, let's not forget her.
Well, you know, I had already known Jhonni Blaze.
But I didn't, and she didn't know my money.
What happened?
No, go ahead. We'll talk about her later.
No, let's talk about it now. We got to go in order. My brain don't work like that.
Because remember the bitch was trying to get out of the fuck paying the $600 for the section. Remember she snuck into the section. She snuck into Santana's section thinking that they were going to let her have the section. And then she was literally going back. Because remember, first she was in the section with us. We were vibing, hanging out. And I was like, oh, she's kind of cool. Remember, I kept telling I'm like, oh, she's cool. She's nothing like I would have thought she was. Like, we were vibing with her. And then she snuck into Santana's section. And then...
But Santana wasn't there that first night.
Santana was there. Because remember, Santana, that all happened the same night. Santana ended up leaving early.
Okay. So that's not our hosted then.
Yes. Yeah. But yes.
Because we didn't pay for our section.
No, we didn't pay for it.
Right. I was hosted then.
And remember in the end, they did some funny shit with the bottles, but we were just like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, you know, I mean, no tea, no shade.
I don't want you to get in trouble with Nene. So I'm trying to watch what I say.
No. I can't get in trouble with nobody. No tea, no shade. You know, honestly, from that very night when me and Deandre went out, whatever paperwork the people was talking about, Deandre stood right there and talked to them. And when I asked about it, Deandre looked at me and said, everything's okay. You know what I'm saying? So at that point in which a black man telling you everything's okay, bitch, I'm not asking them, everything is all right.
Yeah, they tried to bait and switch and they were like, oh no, we said you can have a hookah and one bottle. Y'all got like two things. It was just a bunch of stuff. And then they were like, remember the security was like really aggressive that night. And I was just like, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, we got the money. Let's just pay for it. And then the security was into it with Jhonni. And they were like, well, you were at this section and this section. And so remember, she was getting embarrassed. They were kicking her out of Nene's club. Please tell me you don't remember this. They were literally kicking her and her little crew out of Nene's club. And I was like, yo, this is embarrassing. I will pay for it. And
I don't know about the kicking out. See, I wasn't over there. You was over there. I don't know what was going on.
I swear to God, they were kicking her out, and she was trying to explain herself because I remember she had $100 bill. She kept trying to give them $100 bill.
I remember her digging up her purse.
Yes, because remember Jhonni didn't drink. It was her friends that were drinking, and so she was like, "I only have one drink. I only have one drink." And I was like, "Yo, this is embarrassing. Like, don't worry about it. I'll just give you the money. You just pay me back." And they're like, "Oh, thank you." And remember, they kept saying, "Oh, that's Johnny's manager," and I'm like, "I'm not her manager. I'm just over here with her." But yeah. Because that's why we didn't end up going to the birthday party on top of other stuff. Because remember, she was trying to be funny, like, who is that? Oh, he can pay $100 to get into my birthday party. Bitch, if we gonna spill the tea, let's spill the tea.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. I was supposed to go to the birthday party and I was like, oh, can I bring my friend from the other night? And they were like, oh, he gotta pay $100. But I was like, well, maybe she forgot, but I don't want to say like this the nigga that paid for your section. You know, I didn't want to get into all that. Because I didn't know, and I was like, okay, well, we just not going. But anyways, okay. So then at this point, we're talking like regularly, like we're texting, we're talking like every day, right? And I won't say we're hanging out every day, but like we're going out often.
No, it was literally every day. From that day, it was like we were boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and you know what? You know, and this is the part where I get emotional, but it's only because I gotta be honest. Meeting Deandre that day, going to Nene's, that was like the mark of like life is getting better. You know, like I just remember smiling that whole day. Like I didn't think about nothing that had happened. Like it was just, I just felt like I had like a new battery was like in my back. You know what I'm saying? And what really attracted me to you was that like, we would talk about business, we would talk about art, we would talk about music, we would talk about future, we would talk about like how to be better, how to get better, which was something I wasn't used to in talking to other, you know, Black queer men my age. You know, everybody want to talk about bullshit, you know? Mm-hmm. But you was just on a whole like different wavelength. And so, like you said, we were hanging out every day. Do you want to fast forward to the night I had to audition? I had to send my audition tape in for the circle.
Where did we even fucking eat at? I don't even remember where we ate at.
I was not with you that night.
Oh,
you came to me.
That's right. I was at my friend's birthday brunch at Blue.
You was at another what?
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, and I was sick as hell. And I remember you kept saying, because you had got your makeup done. What's her name? Erica? I want to call her Erica.
It was Erica, yeah.
Erica was over there.
What? What happened? Oh my God.
That was the night everybody knew you were not going to work with Erica again. So much shit happened.
Oh, what happened? No, say it.
She was arguing with you about your makeup, and you were like, I don't like it, it's too dark. And she just was very like, it was just aggression. It was so much aggression. And I remember we were texting each other, and I was like, please calm down. Because you're like, your whole facial expressions were showing like, bitch, I'm ready for you to get out of here. And I remember she was supposed to come out with us, but then you disinvited her, but you did it so nicely. You kind of were like, yeah, I just want to hang out with Dre tonight. Is that okay? And she packed up her makeup bag. And I think that was the last time we seen Erica. Yes. Yes. No, you know what? Erica came back to do your hair. Remember when she had braided your hair? Yeah. Oh gosh.
People don't understand. A lot of times I've looked fucked up on Chasing Atlanta was because of Erica with the bullshit.
Yeah, shout out to Erica.
Shout out to Erica, because that was my baby. You know, like that was my girl, and she looked out for me. And so I was really just trying to look out for her now that I was in a better space. But I'm just like, girl, like, dang, come on. But shout out to Erica. Anyways, okay, y'all. So this is the night we're going back to Nene's, right? They've invited us out for another night for me to come up there.
We were going to Jhonni Blaze's birthday party.
We were supposed to go to Jhonni Blaze's birthday party, correct? But we ended up at Nene's, right?
No, we didn't end up anywhere.
Oh, we didn't go. We never went anywhere. Okay, you know what? Because I just know at that time, Nene's we would just go to Nene's because they would like treat me real nice. You know, Shout out to Nene and shout out to her staff. Because honestly, anytime I walked in that building, they cleared a path for me immediately. Dre, am I lying?
No, for real.
And that's why I was like, like Nene, she my girl. Because when they was doing all that shit with prices and shit, anytime I walked in that building, they immediately got me a section. And I appreciate that. Anyways, so the night we're supposed to go out, this is also the night that I'm doing my audition for The Circle, right? I typed up my script. I've rehearsed it. I've done all those things. Dre is coming over to coach me through it, to help me film it. This motherfucker come over and is throwing up everywhere. Dying.
Yes.
Like sick. Like hurling. And I was
shocked. And I was like, you do not look like you want to go out. I'm like, I'm gonna make it. I'll be fine. We can do this. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And then that was like, imagine just meeting somebody. Y'all are like instant friends. And then it's like, I'm coming over to your house. I think that was like my third or fourth time at your house. And now I need to go into your bathroom to throw up. Like it was, and remember, I was not just like once or twice. It was like back to back.
Yeah, you were going back to back.
Yeah, it was.
But I was being, it was okay.
That was the night that I think like our love affair began, honestly. You could tell the surface story first.
Okay, well, I'll tell the world what happened. Okay, so this is what happened, right? So DeAndre's like, just go ahead and do your tape. Go ahead and do your tape. And I'm like, what? He's like, just do it. And I didn't turn it in last minute, but I think what it was at the time that I had auditioned, which at this point I think I had to audition like in June, July, right? It had to be.
I don't think because in July that's when you were already doing your
cast it. So it had to be June. So in June, DeAndre was like, they're about to start filming soon. So this is really like a shot in the dark, really. So anyways,
last ones, weren't you?
I think I was the second to last. I think Xanthi was technically the last one, I believe. I think. At least that's what she said they tell her, but I ain't never contested it. Anyways, DeAndre goes in the bathroom to handle his business, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do my audition tape. So in the audition tape that I sent into Netflix, that got me the job for season 5 of The Circle, one of their top reality TV shows still to this day, and still to this day in many regions. It's his face that represents said season. Anyways, I just want to say that for bitches that, that forget. Bitch. Anyways. Anyways, as I'm trying to do my video, Deandre is in the background vomiting. Yes. And it's me using the fact that he's vomiting that I need to like talk up and stay high energy is what got me through the tape. And yes, long story short, he got on the show. And like just the fact that being on that show was like just like it was just such a still one of the proudest moments in my life. And like it wouldn't have happened if he wasn't in my life, I think is what honestly like really bonded us and like keeps us bonded, Because I honestly would not be on The Circle if it were not for Deandre, like basically choking me out, saying, bitch, you need to be on the show. Like you were supposed to be on that show. Like they're gonna take you. And at the time I did not see it. I didn't believe it. And I just remember like every step, like as we kept going, I would call Deandre, like, ooh, Deandre, they called me back. Ooh, Deandre, I gotta go do this interview. Okay, I gotta go get an outfit. Okay, now they want me to talk to the execs. Okay, now, okay, we got the plane ticket. We finna go. Like it was just it was such a
there. We were like sneaking, talking like, oh, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. It was fun. Until them bitches cut me out of the fucking show. Pussy assholes.
Okay, no, let's talk about it. But
they had us do messages like for the people we loved.
Well, we could be messy, but in order to be that messy, we got to go back.
Okay, let's go back.
Okay, so remember, I think one of our best moments, still to this day, maybe top 3, is when we went to Miami.
No, for real, that is my favorite. Did you see on the little screen that I did for my students? I had our pictures there.
I did. I saw. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like no, you talk about it. I'm talking too much.
But we went to Miami it was swim week, right?
Swim week.
Swim week. And I remember, I think you went to Miami first, didn't you? And then I flew down there just to hang out for like a couple of days. And literally, we just had a ball. Like, we literally woke up, and that's where your infamous ass picture when I pushed you in the pool the first time. That's where that came from. It just was a vibe. Like, we literally had no cares in the world. We were just there. Enjoying. Literally, remember that steak across the fucking street? That steak was so good.
I think honestly that something about that breakfast and you and I being in Miami and that really nice hotel that you had got. You have got a really nice hotel. And we were just like, and I think it was like a random ass Wednesday or Thursday, some random shit like that. And I just think us just being there, we were like, oh, we're just going to get up and go eat something or go drink something. And we found this extremely nice restaurant with the meal was so beautiful. I think that was the moment that like really, really we bonded because it was such an amazing experience. What do you think about that? Like made it so amazing. What do you think?
I honestly felt like that was a moment because, when you're friends with somebody, you like when you're friends with you just hang out locally, you don't really get to see how a person is in like their own element.
Okay.
We were there because honestly, the place was very ritzy. So like people there had way more money than what we had, but it was just like us just being there, just like in our element. And then we were talking about like our goals, our dreams, because remember you had in Miami, you did your final thing before you left for The Circle. Remember?
I did. No, that was like my second to last. But you just reminded me, I did do an interview because I remember I had to go to Funky Dineva's room.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And so and yeah, there's so much stuff is coming back to memory. But I feel like we were just there talking about our plans and just it was cool. You are so messy. I already know what you're about to say. You are so messy.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You are so messy.
No, if it's what I think it is, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna do that. But what I will, okay, let's ask this. At this point, are we dating? What are we doing? What's going on?
That's when I'm trying to think back to then. I feel like at that point we were just like enjoying the vibes, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
it was just we kept having a conversation like, oh, we should do a reality show where we dated, and you remember we were like strategically planning our show. And I think like we were like speaking stuff into existence. So literally like every step of the way, what we said we were going to do and document, it just
Mm-hmm.
started to get like real. We was like holding hands, we were little punks in Miami. It was fun.
It was cute.
It's cute. Yeah.
I wouldn't say we dated. I would just say I still don't even know what to really say, you know, because I mean, I'm just being honest. We've never had sex. Like we've never gone that far. But you know, like you said, we've held hands. I don't know. It's really hard to say. But whatever it was really great.
Yeah.
I think until I think it's
no, nothing.
Until what? No, say it.
No, I was thinking of something else. Oh yes, Quez, when Quez came back, because bitch, you lied to me about yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't want us to know that Quez was back, but I feel like Darius knew.
Probably. And okay, so this is what happened. I don't think I've ever told you the full story either. Okay, so up until Quest coming back, right?
Yes, I know. You know what? Yes, I knew. You want to know how I knew? Because remember, what's the sweet lady's name that does the facials? Do you remember who I'm talking about in Miami? She's friends with Funky Dineva and
Lardnett.
Yes, remember she wanted to do our facials and she wanted to record them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget, I think I ended up flying home a day early or something like that. But you went with Quez. And then when I asked you about it, because I was like, I think I seen Quez or heard Quez in the background of your video. You was like, no, what you talking about? And then like a week later, you was like, Quez is back.
Okay, so this is what happened. So I think honestly, at the time we were in Miami, if I'm being okay, I'm gonna be honest. I want you to go. No, you got to go along with me. Okay, just listen to me. I think something had happened, right? And I honestly think it scared me. Like I think it's like I got afraid because
Recession.
oh my god. I'm not. Go ahead. You
person who said bumping purses, baby, it was no purses there.
Oh, Deandre, I didn't know you was gonna say it. Did you say what you just said again?
Nothing.
No, say no. I mean, thinking you didn't say it, but say it. And I didn't react this way. Not. I gotta tell. I just want to make sure you said it.
I didn't say anything.
I heard you say it. You said the shower. I mean, do we want to talk about it? You didn't say it in front of 272 people now, and then they gonna be down in the comments saying we didn't say it, so now we got to say it. I didn't want to say it. You was being messy.
Yeah.
I mean, we grown, you know, we grown. Anyways, okay, so we had.
Tell your mom plug her ears.
No, it's not bad. Okay, so remember I told y'all, me and Josh really, we don't know if we dating, we don't know what's going on. Like, you know, it's been really like danced around, played around, but like I do feel like we did express that I just had got out of a relationship at the time. You had just got out of like a really emotional relationship, which is something I think that also bonded us as well too. Like we had just came out of like these horrible things where we were like feeling very emotionally attached to it, and then like it just left us like in a distraught place. So we were always honest with like we don't want to, you know, we don't want to do something and mess it up because of all these other things. But like I like you, you like me, you know, we have a good time, you know, it looks promising, so we just gonna keep it like in this safe place, right? There we go. I think that's a great way to explain it. We kept it in like a real safe place. It was real brown sugar.
And
like
until somebody came around that you thought was interested in me, and then you would do the Eddie flip out.
Okay, one thing at a time.
Okay,
let's hold on to that. Let's finish the shower and then because I don't never remember me flipping out, but it makes sense. But just 1 second. Okay, so we were in Miami, right? And we were there for Miami Fashion Week. Miami Fashion Week had invited me to come because of all the work I had done with Top Model. And so, bitch, we was sitting front row and we was going into all these parties. Now, it was hot as fuck and it messed up the experience, honestly. we went to some shows and they were really nice. Like it was really cool to be at an actual fashion week, but it was humid as fuck. Like it was horrible. Anyways, so we're at DeAndre's hotel and we decide to go in the pool for a swim, which is where the iconic photo from the circle of that I sent to Chaz. That's where that photo comes from. DeAndre took that photo and the video of him pushing me in the pool. So we get in the pool and we're like, oh no. We were at the pool at fucking Neva's place. Oh, he's gonna kill me when he hears this. He's gonna kill me. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me put my camera back in focus. Oh, we is telling business. Okay, anyways. So we're at the pool at Funky Neva's place. Oh, because this is after I had just done my last thing for the circle, right? Oh, look, I had just probably done my interview, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was feeling happy. So we down there, we drinking. It's a very nice pool. It overlooks the water. It has it's very cute. I've taken pictures, and every time I go to this place, I take a video there because it's just so cute to me. And so we're in the pool, we're chilling, and then we look down at the phone. We're like, oh shoot, we need to hurry up and get to the swim thing before it's too late. And we probably honestly only had maybe 30 minutes to really get to the thing before it actually started.
And knowing Miami traffic, it was crazy.
Yes, traffic that week was crazy. It was humid, and we literally had to shower because we couldn't go up in there smelling like chlorine, right? And so I'm not gonna say the show, but in one of his previous shows, there's a scene where he's in the shower with other people, whatever, and I asked him about it, and he explained it. He was like, "Oh, I could be in the shower with friends or whatever." I was like, oh, "Okay, well, cool." At this point. That's my homeboy, and I don't think we finna do. Ain't nothing finna happen. Okay, I've said enough. Now it's your turn. Go ahead. You brought it up. No, you bring it home.
Yeah, that was that. So it really was a platonic shower, and then something happened, and then it literally was like, no, it was no longer platonic. And then I think we both realized, hold on, ooh.
So this is what happened. So,
oh my Lord.
No, because I don't listen. We got to explain it. So I got in the shower and I got all the way to the front, right? Because I'm like, I'm not turning around. I'm not doing shit. I'm getting in the shower. I'm washing my body and I'm getting out. I didn't even have my contacts in. I said, I don't need to see shit. We just need to get in, get out. I honestly didn't have no contacts in my eyes. For real, I took them out. And we kissed. That's all. That's okay. We can say that. We kissed.
If you're gonna tell it because
okay, we'll finish. Damn,
you try to dig down, and then it yeah.
I don't remember none of that.
Yeah,
there was a moment.
What's the moment? Lisa, I didn't know it was gonna be that big, and yeah.
Okay, now you lying.
Do you need me to?
Now you lying. Now you doing a lot. Okay, I shit like that. Don't remember that. I feel like you're lying. I feel like you're doing a lot now, DeAndre. Okay, now just calm down. Just calm down. No, don't do all that.
Do you want me to bring out the receipts?
No, don't bring out the receipts. Please don't. Yeah. You've already brought out enough receipts.
Yeah, no, it was, and then I think after that, it was literally right after that, we just kind of instantly went back to
yeah, we went back to normal. Yeah. It was very best man, that college night, but we just didn't do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do all that.
We only put the tip in.
You're doing a lot. Okay, you gotta behave.
You said you wouldn't tell the truth.
I've never said nothing about putting no tip in. You being bananas now, DeAndre. Now you're doing a lot. I don't know why you're doing that. Now you're doing a lot. I don't remember that.
What's the next
question? You being very deviant. We're gonna fight. Anyways.
What's the next question, Tamika?
Oh, wait. Okay. All right, let's stop.
Okay.
Yeah. The next question is, I'm honest, but I'm not gonna say everything. Can we just stop? We just honestly said enough. We've said enough, y'all. We've given the people what they want to hear. Can we not anymore? All right. Okay, so I feel like after all that happened, we had a conversation where we were just we should just really be friends, you know? And it wasn't anything happened or there was like a falling out or a thing. I just think we really were enjoying each other and being around each other and being able to talk to one another. That we were just like, let's just protect that. Let's not add any extra layers to it that could potentially damage it. Would you agree?
Yeah, because both of us literally were fresh out, and so we don't want to
Mm-hmm.
like trauma bond and make it,
Mm-hmm.
that it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, no tea, no shade. You know, at the time, to my friends, Deandre was my man. He wasn't my man, but he was my man. You know, like, I wasn't paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I wasn't used to that. You know, no tea, no shade. I ain't trying to read nobody, but I just came out of a situation where mama was cracking the bank each and every time. So to go from that to, bitch, you know, I'm riding. What kind of car were you driving? I forgot.
I had a Benz at that time.
Bitch, I'm driving right seat at the Benz, bitch. You know, we eating out not every night, but every other night. You know what I'm saying? He helping me. Deandre is the one who got me back to rapping and who was like, bitch, you need to film your music videos. So that music video that I dropped that went crazy on my social media to that Erica Banks toot that with the pink, Deandre was there for that one, and the one I did with Nicki Minaj. That one didn't get a great reaction. But the Erica Banks one did. Deandre is there like helping me, pushing me. So like Deandre has become like a everyday part of my life. And we get to a point where we're like, we just gonna be friends. And then Quez comes back like a week later.
I honestly feel like that's where the decline started coming from. I
I
feel
would
like,
agree.
yeah, and I think at that point, it went from, even though we knew what our situation was, I feel like we were trying to like protect how he felt, and you know what I mean? Because even it wasn't really an incident, but you guys started filming Chasing Atlanta again, and when you were doing a scene, I forget what you were doing, but I had came to the scene, and even there, remember he caused like that big deal and was like, he didn't speak to me, he didn't yada yada, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just got really weird. So I kind of like, you know me, I distance myself when I feel
Yeah.
like the energy shifted. So that was that.
Yeah. I mean, you know. Okay, so what happened was it was after one night Deandre had took me and his friends out to, remember that loft place like down there by MLK? I can't remember exactly the name of it. You used to always have me out. Oh, we should talk about that night. Remember when we went to go see Chrisette Michelle?
You're coming. Yeah, and actually that was the night we hung out with the girl from Jocelyn's Cabaret too.
Bosstech. When's the party? When I say, and I'm honestly, Deandre, I ain't even trying to toot your horn. I have not partied like that since you and I was partying that summer. Like, and we was out with the girls.
We were, and then remember we used to even tiptoe through Bulldogs every now and then too.
Mm-hmm.
And then your ass would, Oliver, your favorite move. I used to hate going out with you because as soon as the clock struck 12:15, your Uber was on the way, and you were like, "All right, hug my neck. I'm headed out." I'm like, "What the fuck? It's not you." You're like, I'm out of here." You didn't stay up very long.
No.
But
And
go ahead.
no, and you didn't used to like when I used to call my car.
Yeah.
That used to make you so upset. You were like, why are you calling your car? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
because you want to stay and have a good time. I don't want to make you leave. You know, enjoy yourself. Shit, you know.
We came together. We leaving together, and we just used to vibe. It used to be so
We
much.
used to vibe. We used to have so much fun. Like, so much fun. Okay, so this is what happened. So after one night of us having a lot of fun, right? I came back home and the nigga was at my doorstep. No lie. Like, the nigga was there. Like, and I had just saw him in Miami, right? Because he found out I was down there, and that was our first time talking since he left. So I really needed that closure to talk to him. Like, you know, what happened, what's been going on, da 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 da. And then the next day, that was kind of like me offering him, like, you know, an olive branch. You know, you had left me, honestly, because you was, another person had came down. You know, we just not gonna say all of it was just, you know, you was still conversing with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. And you had left me in Miami for some other boy. So don't do that. Anyways, so we had hung out in Miami that day, and so like we wasn't like talking, like it was very much so like a you know, like, you know, we back cool, like it ain't no animosity or nothing like that, but we wasn't talking, like it was, you know, I left him in Miami. I'm still thinking I'm going back to walk my life forward. Bitch, and now that I think about it, I wonder if that nigga, because I know him now, I wonder if that nigga went on my social media and saw that I was around another guy. Cause I talked to him recently, and he was like, yeah, I always go on your Instagram to see if you done started posting somebody else. So maybe he saw that I was posting you, maybe, and he said, oh no, what the fuck? Now that bitch, I'm thinking about that right now. Anyways, nigga was at the doorstep, and I was like, what's going? I don't.
Man.
Well, at the time, it was explained to me that like they were just coming to visit, and if I'm being honest, they probably were trying to get back. They were telling me they were visiting. So like I didn't think this was like a he moving back in type situation. Like I never thought that. Even when I left and went to Manchester, I still wasn't thinking that. And it was helping me because I needed somebody to watch Cookie, and I didn't want to burden my mama. I didn't want to burden. I probably didn't think was me and my mom even back talking at the time. I don't even know. Maybe like not like all the way. I didn't want to take it to my grandparents. That just would have been too much. So him coming back actually was a great benefit to me, and I think that's what I was kind of greedy and lazy. I was like, oh well, this is great. Like I don't mind him being here at the house. But I did not want to tell nobody because I didn't. Honestly, my plan was to go to Manchester. I'm just being real. Let the nigga stay at my house, and then when I get back, send his ass on, like, cause my dog is done, and not tell nobody. But at the point at which y'all started finding out, I kind of felt like, okay, well, everybody know he back. I might as well, let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
But I definitely do believe that him coming back and however he got back, definitely was like a bomb. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
We've never talked about this. This is so cool.
I feel like, and Darius knows this because I've had the conversation with him before. It felt weird being like, I hate saying it because then I sound like selfish, but going from like a number one spot where we literally did everything together. Because there would be times I would pop up at your house, you would pop up at my house. We just did that. That's just what we were doing. And then it was kind of like, oh, you can't come over here, but I'm going to come to you. Remember, I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel away. Why can't I, So I feel like there it kind of made me like, okay, so since I don't have access, you know what I mean? Like, okay, let me start finding other things to do. So,
I'll be very honest. Now, of course, hindsight is always 2020. And I know things. I regret that so much.
Yeah.
I regret it so much. I really do. And if we being all the way honest, I do think, if I'm just being real, I do think allowing that energy back before I went to film The Circle is kind of what affected my performance, or like that focus I had at that time a little bit, if I'm being completely honest. Like I really, in some spiritual energy level, I do believe me doing that because I was not supposed to do that. Like that was like a no. And I went against that no. I do believe I paid a price for that. In some things, like not fully coming into like its fullest potential. I really strongly do believe that. Yeah.
But your opportunities aren't over. It's just getting started. So
Yeah. You live and you learn.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're in the circle, they ask you if you make it to the top, whatever. Who are the people you want to get your call home? And so it was on a packet, and I put Deandre Fuller, right? Deandre is the first person that you called if I make it to the finals, because I felt like as the person responsible for getting me to this place, and like at this point we're dream building and doing all these things. I feel like as a thank you, he needs to have this moment, And honestly, at that point, to me, he was the most deserving person in my life at that time that I felt like should have it, especially with him being directly tied to being the reason why I'm even there. And so the second person was my grandparents, because everybody know I love my grandparents. Nene and Granny can't do no wrong. I had to give a third one, so I put my mama and Quez. I ain't gonna lie, we're just being honest. I told them, I said, get Deandre. If you can't get Deandre, get my grandparents. And I said, if we just got to get my mama, which honestly, in the grand scheme of things, when I saw it, it still warmed my heart and it touched me. But when I did make it to the finals and I did get my video, I was like, I had to make them play it twice, because the first thought in my head was like, well, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah.
Deandre on my grandparents couldn't send no tape. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. they reached out. They were like, "Oh, all of us making it to the finals. Send them a video." And so like we set it up. We did the video. Like we even did two. It was because at the time I could tell that they were structuring it for you guys to like be flirty because they were like, "Oh, do you know if he has any love interests?" Yada yada yada. So I know how to play that for production. So I'm like, good job, I'm here for you, yada yada yada, make it heartfelt. And then when I was like, "Did you get my video?" Remember you came back? I'm like, "Did you get my video?" You was like, "No, they didn't show me a video of you." And I'm like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, but it's okay. It literally, in all honesty, I was just happy that you made it through. Like when you called me, you're like, "Okay, I'm going into the house." I was really, really excited for you. I was excited for you once they sent you your stuff. So I was just happy that you were in the game and you were kicking ass. And yeah, and we can still run up on Chaz if you want to.
No, we gotta leave Chaz alone.
Sweet.